Hello folks, Double Tap here and welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing a beer review on the Bass #1 beer. So let me give you a little look around the bottle. And if you've never tried Bass, I got this at my supermarket, the local one, and it used to be £1 a bottle, and it was £1 a bottle for years. They have now put the price up to £1.05 a bottle, which ain't too bad. I mean, the average price of a pint in a pub in my local area, you're looking at the high £3, £4 mark. So for £1.05 for the pint, that ain't bad. So let's go through what it says. Brewed in Britain since the 18th century. You got the Bass logo, trademark #1, premium pale ale. And what I do know about the Bass company is they were the first people to trademark this logo and copyright it. So, bit of info for you. Right, due to Bass's popularity, competition or competitors often forget the Bass triangle on their labels to emulate Bass's success. Okay. As a result, in 1876, the distinctive brass triangle was a key iconic symbol of the first trademark to be registered in the UK. Brewed in Great Britain since the 18th century, Bass ale is rich, fragrant, and has a wonderful hoppy bouquet and a bright chestnut hue. It's alright, this writing's, I mean, it's bloody tiny. Right, it's 4.4% alcohol, and we've got a 500ml bottle. Bass ale brewed and distributed in the UK by AB InBev UK Limited, something like that, I don't know. But for those of you who don't know, Bass is my all-time favourite beer. I've been drinking this stuff for God knows how many years, and it's the type of beer I can drink pint after this. You know, it's my favourite. Let's just say that. Right. Gold crown cap with the Bass logo. Looks quite good, that does. I wouldn't mind some of them actually. There's, I've noticed a few people sell them on eBay, the old crown caps. But obviously they ain't got the puncture mark in the top because they'd be pretty worthless, I think. So, anyway, I've had this chilling in the fridge. Now, if anybody knows of a beer kit that's very similar to Bass, stick it in the comments for me because I'd love to give it a go. I really would. Let's put that there for a minute and top it off. Okay. Right then, got my trusty old pub pint glass. I brought these in a pack of 6, these glasses, and I can't tell you what's happened to them. I've got one left, and I've got no idea where the hell they've gone. No idea. Look at that. Beautiful colour pint, that is. It reminds me of a bitter, this does, even though it's a pale ale. You know, nice head on it, and the head retention, it's staying. As to carbonation, the glass is a bit misted. It is going through the glass, but very mild carbonation in this Bass beer. So cheers folks. Oh yeah, it's a lovely pint, that is. Traditional ale style. Obviously, like I said, pale ale. Very light hoppy flavour to it. There's hardly any aroma whatsoever. The aroma that you're getting would be on a par with, say, a bitter. There is legs on the beer, but not much. You know, it's a cracking pint. And for the brewery to be going for so many hundreds of years, they've got to be doing something right. I can't understand why. I think it's a fashion thing with beer. They come in and out of fashion, you know. the more modern beers like your Hobgoblins, Witchwood, stuff like that, they're fantastic beers if you like them, but I'm more of a traditionalist. I am. The stuff that I drank 20 odd years ago when I started drinking is mainly the stuff that I'm still drinking today. I do try various new things. I mean, if I ever do a video of where my brother isn't a big drinker, but he's got big cocktail cabinets and all that lot. That's his style of furnishing and things. He's got thousands of pounds worth of alcohol and spirits, etc. And unless you knew about the drinks, I mean, his knowledge on them is vast. And if he has people round, all they'll drink is like liqueurs and things like that, you know. But if I ever get a video of his cocktail cabinet, I'll do one and I'll put it up on the channel so you can see it. But I mean, as to beer, he won't drink beer. I've never ever seen my brother drink a beer. He hardly ever drinks alcohol anyway, but you know, beer, no chance. Absolutely never have I seen that bloke drink a beer. Which is a shame really, because I mean, there's some good uns out there. There is some proper good uns, and for me this is one of them. Like I was saying, if anyone knows of a kit that's very similar to the Bass, let me know. I mean, the kit that I did, the Sweet Nuki Brown, if you haven't watched any of those videos, go back and watch them. That, excuse me, is probably the best beer kit I've ever had, and it was from Wilco. People say that the Dark Velvet Stout is the best kit from Wilco. It's a good kit, excuse me, no two ways about it, but for me, the Sweet Nuki Brown, that was phenomenal. And the longer you left it, I mean, the bad thing is, I think I got 42 points out of that kit, and the bad thing is, it don't last, because once you get a taste for them, and everybody that I gave a bottle to try, they love the stuff. And this is people that don't drink that often, you know, or used to drink and stopped years ago. Give them a pint to try, and they're loving the stuff and asking for more, you know. But unfortunately, that kit went a long time ago. I've currently got a couple of kits brewing, and I've got a ton of bottles in the cupboard waiting to be drunk. I'll show them you, because there's a lot. Right, hold on a second. Right, obviously there's some labelled and some aren't, and I think I've got even more down here. And there's also 2 more beer kits that are currently being brewed. So when I say I've got an absolute ton of beer to get through, it's the truth. That's why, I mean, when I do the beer reviews now, I'm hardly ever buying anything from the shops, because that beer's on a constant rotation. That stuff that's been in the top cupboard has been there for 2 months now, and I've been trying it while it's maturing and conditioning. The stuff in the bottom, that's been in there probably a few weeks. The stuff that's actually fermenting at the moment, that's been fermenting for a couple of weeks now. So if you can keep that constant rotation, this is why I think a lot of people stop home brewing, for the simple reason they buy all the gear, they do a beer kit, and they think it's like the pub, or they think it's like the shop. The beer's going to be ready. Yeah, you can drink it within a week, not a problem, but it probably won't be that nice. If you left it a couple of months, then yeah, you'd have a fantastic pint. But I think this is why people stop home brewing, I really do. Because they think they'll make the beer, they can drink it all, it's going to be spectacular, they'll save a fortune in money, and there you go, everyone's happy. It don't work like that. It all comes down to time with the beer and the conditioning. And some people just ain't got the patience. That's why, if you've got, I mean, there must be, say, 80 odd bottles of beer there, plus another, let's say 70 bottles in the fermenter, 70 pints in the fermenter. Because of that constant rotation, you've always got a constant supply of beer, and don't think that I sit here drinking non-stop. This is the first drink I've had in over a week, you know. So you do get through it, but you've got to have patience with it, you know. If anyone wants to start up homebrewing, it's a fantastic hobby to have, and the rewards are spectacular. When you're working it out, that the average pint is costing you around 30 pence, depending on what you put in there. The more you put in there, it will bring it up by a few pence, but not loads. But, you know, it's a very rewarding hobby, and it pays dividends. It really does. Don't get me wrong, you can get a bad brew, i.e. if you've not been clean and sterile, things like that. But up to now, touch wood, and I'm not touching any wood because I'm not superstitious, all of the beers have been fantastic. Hold on, I'm going to start sneezing. I used to sneeze at least 20 to 30 times in a row. But yeah, you know, the proof is in the pudding with home brewing. If you stick with it, if you're patient, if you do a kit, leave it, let it ferment, bottle it, then start your other kit. By the time that one's done, you've half drank that one, then the other one's in the bottle, then all of them bottles are gone, then all of this lot is ready, and it carries on and on, do you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, it's a beer review, not a Q&A. Like I said, Bass is my all-time favourite beer. If you've never tried a pint of Bass, get your hands on it. It's fantastic stuff. I love it. So I'll leave it there, folks, and I'll say cheers one more time. Lovely jubbly, that is. Leave your comments as I read them all, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget, give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. I'm Double Tap, and bye for now.